Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Dr. V.R.S. Sampath. Most of you, or all of you, may not know me at all. You may not have seen me anywhere. So, my name is Azmy Ameer. I'm the founder and president of Liverpool John Moores University in Qatar. We are an extension of the parent university in Liverpool in England. It started with just me and a laptop 4 years ago, and today we have more than 500 students, 100 staff members, including academics and non-academics, and we just had the third graduation last week. We have graduated more than 200 students, and we are growing. Myself, I grew up in Sri Lanka, studying in Tamil medium. I used to be the debate captain of my school, used to write a lot of Tamil kavidegal. Then I studied in England, moved to Australia, and lost touch with the language. I speak Tamil at home, but I was planning to speak in Tamil in the stage, but I'm not confident enough at the moment, unfortunately. This is an opportunity I got after 25 years to stand on a stage which holds Tamil, Thai as the chair. So I'm so privileged, and I hope that my engagements with the language and the community will be more. You must be wondering, what is this guy doing in this session? He should be in the education session. I hope you'll find the answer by the end of my presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, poverty is a major issue that afflicts our world, and it is a challenge that we must confront with determination and commitment. The good news is that we have the tools to fight poverty, and two of the most powerful weapons in our arsenal are education and technology. In the next 5 minutes, I will explain why these two factors are critical in the fight against poverty and how we can harness them to create a more just and prosperous society. First, let's talk about education. Education is the cornerstone of human development, and it is a powerful antidote to poverty. When people have access to education, they can learn the skills and knowledge needed to secure better paying jobs, start new businesses, and make informed decisions about their lives. Education also helps to break the cycle of poverty by providing children with the tools they need to succeed in life. In investing in education, we can empower people to create better futures for themselves and their communities. But education alone is not enough. We also need to ensure that people have access to the tools and resources they need to thrive in the digital age. That's where technology comes in. Technology has transformed our world in countless ways, from enabling global communication to advancing medical science. It has also created new opportunities for people to learn, work, and connect with others. By leveraging technology, we can create innovative solutions to the challenges of poverty and inequality. One example of how technology can be used to fight poverty is through online learning. With the rise of e-learning platforms, people can access quality education from anywhere in the world. This is particularly important for people who live in remote or impoverished areas where traditional educational opportunities may be limited. Online learning platforms can provide access to courses, training programs, and certifications that can help people develop new skills and pursue new opportunities. Another way technology can help fight poverty is through the use of mobile devices. Mobile phones are available in many parts of the world, even in areas where other forms of technology may be scarce. Mobile devices can be used to deliver educational content, provide access to financial services, and connect people with job opportunities. By leveraging mobile technology, we can create new opportunities for people to improve their lives and break the cycle of poverty. Of course, technology is not a sole savior of poverty, and there are challenges that must be addressed to ensure that everyone can benefit from these advances. For example, access to technology and digital literacy can be a barrier for some people, particularly in low-income communities. It is important to ensure that everyone has access to the tools and resources they need to take advantage of these opportunities. In conclusion, education and technology are powerful tools in the fight against poverty. By investing in education and leveraging technology, we can create new opportunities for people to improve their lives, break the cycle of poverty, and build more prosperous and just communities. It is up to all of us to work together to create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. I'm not going to say thank you. Was it a good speech? Is it not bad? Right. The funny part is I didn't write it. I didn't even think it. I didn't think of any of the words in this. Today when I was in the breakfast, I opened an AI tool and I input asking for the AI tool to give me a speech which I can deliver within 5 minutes about poverty and mention about education and technology. It took 20 seconds for the ChatGPT to generate this speech. So, let me start my speech then. Okay? If AI can give me a speech perfectly for 5 minutes with all the ingredients required, at a very good, I mean, for 20 seconds, it's amazing. I think I'm proud of it, right? This is the world that we have entered into in 2023, right? So when we talk about poverty alleviation, if we continue to think based on the past experience of poverty, the dimensions that we have seen about poverty, we are in the wrong path. If we continue to do the same things that we have been doing in the last several decades to alleviate poverty, we are going to fail. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I will still finish within my time frame. I will not exceed it. Imagine this. Our respected A.R. Rahman sir may not have a job in the future if the AI starts making music, if it becomes smarter than the human, right? Teachers will not have jobs because all the teaching is going to be done by the AI tools and the robots. This is where we are going. Lawyers will not have their jobs either because all the legal advice will come from AI tools. Imagine the kind of poverty we are going to have. Most of the people in this forum, including myself, may not have a job in the future where AI will take over the transformation. So if I don't have a job, right, I'm going to be somewhere in the poverty line. It might not be the $2.50 line, but I will have struggles. I might have mental health issues because I got nothing to do, right? The Professor Kaku, who is a renowned professor at the New York City College, he's a futurist. He talks about future. He talks about technology. He promotes technology. I was listening to a video of his statement about the future technology. He said, in our own language, I would say, microchips will become less than 1 or 2 rupees in the future. And these microchips will be in our contact lenses. We won't have screens in front of us. So a student who comes to an exam looks at the exam paper and will blink, and he'll have the answers in front of him through his contact lenses. This is the future we are going into, right? So doctors, we might not have to make appointments and go and see doctors. We might go into an AI tool, give the symptoms in, or it might even sense everything from our body, give us the prescription, and we'll get our medicine delivered to our home. I can go on, and it's a very interesting concept. And in that world, what is poverty going to look like? Today, it's about hunger. Today, it's about not having access to basic education. Quality education is another problem. Basic health is a problem. All these different factors create poverty, right? And hopefully by 2050, we may not have the problems driven by these issues at this scale. Probably the problems could be access to technology. Would we have access to the contact lens that will give us the answers for everything? That could be an issue we might face. The drivers of the future poverty could be completely different. Access to knowledge. How are we going to make knowledge accessible? I don't think in 2030, students will pay the amount of fees that they're paying to the universities today to get a qualification. They might have all the required knowledge in their fingertips or in their eyeballs, like Professor Kaku mentioned. How are we going to make this education accessible? How are we going to enable these next generation to interpret the knowledge that they have to useful information, useful decisions for the community? And these could be the drivers of poverty in the future. So, For me, the humble opinion that I want to share today is that, of course, we have to deal with the poverty that we face today in the most practicable way and alleviate poverty from this world completely. Poverty is all different dimensions of poverty: hunger, inequality, all sort of poverty drivers should be alleviated from the community. But we, as leaders, we got to transform ourselves to be able to think about the poverty of the future and prepare ourselves and our future generations for it. This is what education should do. This is why I chose this session instead of the education session, right? We are dealing with a huge problem, the problem of sustainability, right? The future sustainability of our communities depend on how we communicate our messages to the next generation in terms of being compatible with the future. If we don't do it effectively, if we continue to provide education the way we have been providing it for the last hundreds of years, we will fail as a community in the future. So here's the solution. The proposed solution is we, at the moment, have to produce the leaders of the future who will think about a sustainable future. Leaders who will think about the problems in the form it's going to emerge in the future and be able to deal with it. Not leaders who will think about money and short-term results. So my university is dedicated for this cause, and I call the purpose of the existence of my university as incubating positive minds for a sustainable future. Hopefully, we will together achieve it. Thank you very much, Vihara sir, for the opportunity. Thank you very much. Oh, hold on. I got one more thing. I just, hope it will be interesting for you guys. While I was sitting there, I thought, okay, I'm going to talk about something and I'm going to deliver my opinion about future and poverty, right? I asked the ChatGPT, what would poverty look like in 2050? Here's the answer. It's very short. I'll read it for you. It started like this. As an AI language model, I cannot predict the future with certainty, AI. But I can offer some possibilities based on current trends and projections. In 2050, poverty may still exist in many parts of the world, but the nature and extent of poverty could differ from what we see today. Here are some potential factors that could shape poverty in 2050. Climate change. If current trends continue, climate change could worsen, leading to more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and widespread food and water shortages. This could exacerbate poverty in already vulnerable areas and create new pockets of poverty. Technological advances in automation and artificial intelligence could result in job losses and greater income inequality, which could contribute to poverty. However, new technologies could also create new opportunities and improve access to education. Demographic shifts, aging populations and declining birth rates in some countries could strain social welfare systems and exacerbate poverty among the elderly, which is us in the future, right? Meanwhile, rapid urbanization and migration could create new challenges for poverty alleviation efforts. Lastly, economic globalization. Globalization may continue to lead to the concentration of wealth and power in the hands of few, creating greater inequality and poverty in some part of the world. However, it may also lead to increased trade and economic growth, which could create new opportunities. Overall, this is what an AI tool thinks about poverty as well. For your information, try it out. Thank you.